Hello, jewels of inestimable value. She moves in silence, but her presence is felt like the shifting of the stars, unseen by many, understood by few. There are beings who don't fit into society's molds, who don't scream for attention but command it without uttering a word. They are the quiet storm, the unshakable force in a world lost in chaos. These are the Sigma females, high-vibrational beings who navigate life on a different frequency, sensing energies and truths that others miss. While the world busies itself with noise and confusion, the Sigma female walks a path of her own design, her energy radiating with a quiet power that transforms everything around her. But who is this enigmatic woman, this silent architect of change? And what makes her so profoundly different from the rest? Welcome to the realm of the Sigma female, a place where the seen and the unseen merge, and where true power lies not in dominance, but in mastery of the self. Prepare to step into the unknown, where the ordinary falls away and only the extraordinary remains. Number 1, the keeper of sacred boundaries, guardian of her own energy. Sigma females are fiercely protective of their energy, and this ability to set firm boundaries is one of their most defining traits. They understand that not everyone or everything deserves access to their inner world. While many people struggle to say no or to keep parts of themselves guarded, Sigma females do so naturally. It's not about building walls or pushing people away. It's about knowing the value of their own peace, time, and energy. They refuse to allow anyone or anything to disrupt that balance. This sense of control over her own space makes her presence feel almost sacred. When she lets someone in, it's intentional, and those who are invited into her circle understand that it's a privilege. Sigma females are selective about who they allow close, and this careful curation of relationships ensures that only those who respect her boundaries and energy get to stay. She doesn't tolerate drama, manipulation, or negativity. The moment someone tries to disturb her peace, they find themselves gently but firmly distanced. Her boundaries are not about isolation, though. In fact, she can be deeply connected with others, but on her terms. She knows when to give and when to pull back, creating a harmonious balance between openness and protection. This balance is what keeps her grounded and allows her to function at such a high level without burning out. Her inner world remains a sanctuary, untouched by the chaos of others, because she knows how to guard it. This respect for her own energy is not just about self-preservation. It's also what makes her magnetic. People are drawn to her not only because of her confidence and presence, but because they sense that she is different. They feel her sense of self-respect and are inspired by it. She's never easily available, and that makes her even more captivating. By keeping her energy sacred and her boundaries firm, the Sigma female maintains an aura of mystery and strength that others can't help but admire. Number 2, a bridge between worlds, walking between the seen and unseen. Sigma females seem to exist on a different plane, walking a fine line between the physical world and something much deeper. They have an extraordinary ability to tap into both the tangible and the intangible, balancing the practical realities of everyday life with a heightened sense of intuition and wisdom that feels almost spiritual. They don't just live in the here and now, they understand that there's more to life than what meets the eye. This duality gives them a unique perspective, allowing them to see situations, people, and challenges from angles others can't even imagine. It's as if they are bridges between two worlds, the material and the ethereal. They can navigate the complexities of work, relationships, and society, while also understanding that there are invisible forces at play, guiding outcomes and shaping futures. This awareness helps them make decisions that feel effortless, as they are constantly drawing insights from both their logical minds and their intuitive understanding of the world. They don't need all the facts to know the right direction. They simply sense it, trusting their internal compass. This ability to walk between worlds gives Sigma females a wisdom that's rare and difficult to define. People often turn to them for advice, not necessarily because they have all the answers, but because their perspective is so profound. It's like they see beyond the surface of things, grasping hidden meanings and truths that others miss entirely. Whether they're dealing with a personal crisis or helping someone else navigate theirs, Sigma females can tap into a depth of understanding that feels almost otherworldly. This connection to both the seen and unseen doesn't make them distant or detached from reality. In fact, it makes them incredibly grounded. They know how to move through the practical world with ease, but they are also aware of the subtle energies guiding life's path. This duality is what makes them so captivating. They aren't limited by the boundaries of what most people think is possible. They live in a state of flow, trusting the balance between logic and intuition. And that makes them not only powerful but also endlessly fascinating to those around them. Number 3. Tuned into frequencies. Others miss, whispering with the universe. Sigma females possess an uncanny ability to sense what others simply cannot. They move through the world with a heightened awareness, picking up on the subtle energies and unspoken dynamics that most people miss. It's as if they're tuned into a different channel of reality, where the smallest shifts in mood, intention, or emotion are as clear as day to them. This isn't just intuition. It's an almost supernatural ability to read the underlying frequencies of life. Conversations reveal more than words. Situations are understood on a deeper level, and they can sense opportunities or threats before they materialize. It's this silent attunement that gives them an edge. They don't need to wait for events to unfold like others. They're already ahead, navigating through possibilities and outcomes that haven't even occurred yet. This connection to the unseen forces isn't about mysticism. It's a profound understanding of human nature, energy, and the way life's patterns play out. They can walk into a room and feel the emotional climate without a single person saying a word. They know when someone's lying, even when the lie is well concealed. They sense when something is off, long before anyone else notices a thing. This ability to pick up on frequencies others miss gives Sigma females an almost mystical air. People around them often feel seen in ways they didn't even realize they were exposing themselves. But this isn't about judgment, it's about understanding. It's why people find themselves drawn to Sigma females without fully grasping why. There's a magnetic pull toward their quiet yet powerful energy. They operate on a level that most people can't access, and that's what sets them apart, making them both fascinating and mysterious at the same time. Number 4. Unshakable calm in a chaotic world, the eye of the storm. In a world that seems to be spinning out of control, where stress and chaos have become the norm, Sigma females possess an extraordinary ability to remain calm. They are like anchors in a sea of turbulence, grounded and steady when everything around them is falling apart. This isn't a forced calm or a facade they put on to appear strong. It's a deeply ingrained state of being, a calmness that comes from an intimate understanding of themselves and the world. They don't react impulsively or get caught up in the noise of life because they see beyond the surface, grasping the bigger picture in a way that most people can't. When things get intense, where others might panic, lose control, or act out of fear, Sigma females maintain their composure. They've mastered the art of staying centered, even when everything around them feels uncertain or overwhelming. This ability to stay calm under pressure makes them incredibly resilient. They don't crumble under stress because they've learned to control what they can and let go of what they can't. It's this unshakable calm that gives them a quiet power. People instinctively look to them for guidance and stability, even when they aren't trying to lead. This isn't about shutting off emotions or pretending that nothing phases them. Sigma females feel everything, but they process it in a way that doesn't allow chaos to dictate their actions. Their calm is rooted in a deep inner peace, a knowing that they can handle whatever life throws at them. It's a rare quality, especially in a world where so many are quick to react. But it's what makes Sigma females stand out. Their calmness is contagious, a stabilizing force in any environment, and it's one of the reasons people are drawn to their presence. They bring order to chaos without ever raising their voice. M'ladies loving the dive into Sigma females? Hit subscribe and join us for more fascinating insights. Don't miss out. Ring the bell and stay tuned for our next adventure. Number 5. In harmony with the unseen forces of life, the cosmic conductor. Sigma females have an almost otherworldly connection to the forces that operate behind the scenes of everyday life. They don't just go with the flow, they are in sync with it, in tune with the rhythms and energies that shape the world in ways most people overlook. It's not something they learned or trained for. It's an innate part of who they are. They have a natural harmony with the unseen, the forces that guide events, relationships, and even nature itself. This is what gives them their edge. While others are scrambling to understand the why of things, the Sigma female already knows without needing to explain it. Her understanding goes beyond logic or reason. It's not that she dismisses facts or details, but she also taps into something deeper. It's like she can sense the invisible threads that connect everything, how one choice leads to another, how small actions ripple out to create massive effects. She doesn't force things to happen. She allows life to unfold, trusting her instincts to guide her in the right direction. This doesn't mean she's passive. On the contrary, she is highly intentional, but her actions seem effortless because they're in alignment with forces larger than herself. People often wonder how she manages to make things look so easy, or how she always seems to be in the right place at the right time. It's because she moves in harmony with these unseen forces, flowing with life instead of fighting against it. Others might struggle to control their environment, constantly pushing and pulling to make things go their way, but not the Sigma female. She lets the current of life carry her, knowing when to act and when to step back. This gives her a kind of quiet mastery over her surroundings, making her seem almost invincible in the way she handles challenges and opportunities alike. Number 6, empathic intensity, feeling the world in vivid colors. Sigma females experience empathy on a whole different level. They don't just understand how someone else feels, they feel it themselves, almost as if the emotions of others flow through them. This intensity of empathy gives them a profound ability to connect with people, to see beyond the surface and into the heart of what someone is truly going through. It's like they're wired to pick up on emotional undercurrents that others can barely sense, and this gives them an almost psychic ability to read situations and people with uncanny accuracy. But their empathic nature isn't overwhelming to them. Unlike some who might be crushed under the weight of so many emotions, Sigma females know how to manage this sensitivity. They absorb what's happening around them, process it, and then use that deep understanding to navigate life more wisely. Whether it's offering comfort, giving advice, or simply being present, they know exactly what others need, sometimes even before the other person realizes it themselves. This depth of feeling doesn't make them fragile. In fact, it's the opposite. Sigma females are incredibly strong because they've learned how to turn their empathy into a source of power. Instead of being consumed by the emotions of others, they channel that energy into understanding and action. It's this ability to balance intense emotional sensitivity with calm, composed decision-making that makes them so unique. People often feel like Sigma females just them, even when no words are spoken, and that creates a magnetic pull. Their empathic intensity allows them to see beyond masks and pretenses. When someone is struggling but trying to hide it, a Sigma female can sense the truth. When someone is speaking in half-truths, she feels the dishonesty, even if no one else does. This makes her not only a powerful presence, but also someone others trust deeply. People are drawn to her because they know she understands in a way most people can't, and they often seek her out in moments of crisis or vulnerability. Her empathy is like a quiet superpower that transforms her relationships and the world around her. Number 7. The aura of untouchable confidence, the quiet storm. Sigma females have an aura of confidence that doesn't need loud words or bold gestures. It's a quiet, unshakable presence that people feel the moment they enter a room. Unlike many who seek attention or approval, the Sigma female doesn't need validation from others to know her worth. She carries herself with a calm certainty, as though she's already made peace with who she is, and that certainty radiates out from her in ways that are impossible to ignore. It's not the kind of confidence that demands to be noticed. It's the kind that simply exists, drawing people in without effort. What sets her apart is that this confidence isn't based on ego or a need to prove anything. It comes from an inner strength, a deep sense of self that can't be shaken by external events or opinions. She knows her value, and because of that, she doesn't feel the need to broadcast it. This makes her even more intriguing to those around her, because while many people chase approval or seek attention, the Sigma female remains grounded, unaffected by the chaos around her. It's this calm, self-assured nature that people find magnetic. Her confidence also comes from experience. She has faced challenges, navigated storms, and come out stronger each time. But instead of letting these experiences harden her, they've only deepened her sense of who she is. She's learned that her worth doesn't depend on what others think or say about her. This gives her a kind of freedom that most people never experience. She doesn't waste time worrying about fitting in or meeting others' expectations, and that self-sufficiency is what makes her stand out. People are drawn to her because they sense something untouchable about her confidence. She's not easily rattled, and she's not playing the same games others are. Her calm assurance creates an unspoken respect, and those around her can't help but take notice. This quiet confidence is what makes her presence so powerful. Without saying a word, she commands attention, leaving a lasting impression on everyone she encounters. Number 8. Rewriting her own rules, the defier of norms. Sigma females don't follow the rules that society sets for them. They write their own. In a world where many people live by expectations, seeking approval or fitting into predefined roles, Sigma females break away from the mold. They don't live life by anyone else's standards. Instead, they create their own paths, redefining what success, happiness, and fulfillment look like on their own terms. They reject the idea that there's a one-size-fits-all way to live and thrive on the freedom that comes from living authentically. This doesn't mean they live in rebellion for the sake of it. Sigma females simply have a deep understanding of who they are, and they refuse to be boxed in by what others think they should be. They embrace the idea that they can be both soft and strong, independent yet connected, ambitious but content with inner peace. They aren't afraid to make bold choices that might seem unconventional to others because they trust their own vision for life. Their ability to rewrite their own rules is what makes them so powerful. They're not afraid to walk away from situations, careers, or relationships that don't align with their values or desires. They don't settle for mediocrity or follow paths that don't fulfill them. This self-reliance and determination give them a sense of liberation that many people spend their whole lives chasing. They make decisions based on their own needs and desires, not based on what others expect. By living on their terms, Sigma females inspire others to question their own lives and choices. They show that it's possible to live authentically without being tied down by expectations or fear of judgment. In doing so, they become trailblazers, silently encouraging those around them to take ownership of their own lives and to have the courage to do things differently. Number 9. Magnetic yet detached. The art of unreachable allure. Sigma females have a unique blend of magnetism and detachment that sets them apart. They possess a natural allure that draws people in, but they also maintain a level of emotional distance that keeps them from becoming entangled in others' lives. This combination creates a fascinating paradox. They're incredibly attractive and engaging, yet they remain somewhat aloof, never fully giving themselves away. Their magnetism is subtle but undeniable. It's not about overt charm or flashy behavior. Instead, it's a quiet, compelling presence that people can't quite put their finger on. There's something intriguing about how they carry themselves, confident, poised, and self-assured, that makes others naturally gravitate toward them. They have an uncanny ability to make people feel seen and valued, but without losing their own sense of self. At the same time, Sigma females know how to keep a healthy emotional distance. They're not easily swayed by the opinions or expectations of others. This detachment isn't about being cold or uninterested. Rather, it's a deliberate choice to protect their own space and maintain clarity. They engage with others on their own terms and are careful not to let their boundaries blur. This balance allows them to maintain their own sense of identity and independence while still being approachable and engaging. This combination of being magnetic yet detached creates a powerful dynamic. People find themselves drawn to Sigma females, wanting to know more and get closer, but they're often left with a sense of mystery. It's as though there's a part of her that remains just out of reach, which only adds to her allure. This detachment doesn't come from a place of disinterest, but from a deep understanding of the importance of maintaining personal boundaries. It's this unique mix of attraction and distance that makes Sigma females endlessly fascinating and perpetually captivating. Number 10. Silent catalyst for change, the quiet architect of transformation. Sigma females are often the unsung heroes of transformation. They may not seek the spotlight or vocalize their impact, but their influence is felt deeply and powerfully. They're like the quiet force behind the scenes, subtly steering change without ever needing to draw attention to themselves. Their approach is less about grand gestures and more about small, consistent actions that ripple out to create significant effects. When a Sigma female decides to make a change, she does it with a kind of silent precision. She doesn't announce her intentions or create a fuss. Instead, she sets her plans into motion quietly, allowing her actions to speak for themselves. This could mean subtly guiding a project in a new direction, gently nudging a friend towards a crucial realization, or making adjustments in her own life that inspire others to follow suit. Her impact is often recognized only in hindsight, when the results of her influence become clear. People often find themselves changed by their interactions with her, even if they don't fully understand how it happened. She has a knack for triggering growth and development in others through her own example and subtle guidance. She doesn't need to preach or force change upon anyone. Her way of leading is more about living her truth and letting that example serve as a catalyst for others. This silent form of leadership can be incredibly powerful because it's not about dominating or controlling. It's about inspiring through quiet strength. People are drawn to her not because she demands it, but because her way of living prompts them to reflect, reconsider, and ultimately transform. The changes she inspires are often profound, coming from a place of genuine understanding and authentic presence. Her influence is a testament to the power of leading by example and the impact that quiet, thoughtful action can have on the world. If you've enjoyed diving into the world of Sigma females and want more intriguing content like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Join our growing community where we explore the extraordinary, uncover hidden strengths, and celebrate the unique. Thanks for watching, Jules. See you in the next video. Bye for now and stay blessed.